This is lesson 2 in the live online English class 2-3 for the spring of 2020. We are studying study skills, and the second one that we are looking into is time management. You will need this packet. It is downloadable under this video. What is time management? Time management is using your time to your best advantage. In order to do that, sometimes it is very good to chart what you are going to be doing during your day, your week, your month. In this packet, we have several different calendars or time management tools. First of all, you're going to be asked to put what's of most importance to you in your schedule. We don't expect that this would be school. Perhaps it's reading your scriptures in the morning. Perhaps it's praying. Perhaps you're in a team, a football team or some other kind of team that it's important for you to practice. There are all sorts of things that might be of more importance to you than schoolwork. But whatever is of the most importance to you, we ask you to write down on the first 5 lines in this packet. Then we ask you to put them on a weekly grid. Simply, when do you do these things? Well, I'm sure you must be going to church on Sunday, and you're going to be doing something at Mutual during one day of the week. You're also having regular hours, I hope, for school. Then there are other things, things that are important to you. Put those down. The next page, after doing that, is something like this. It's a time calendar, and in this time calendar you're going to want to put the hours of the different days in which you do those most important things. This will help you throughout the time management packet to mark those particular hours on those particular days off as ones that are dedicated to your most important things. Then you will find a day-by-day, hour-by-hour section with the 7 days of the week in them, and the hours from 5 a.m. to 12 a.m., meaning, of course, from 5 in the morning around the clock to midnight. We expect that some people are staying up that late and some people are getting up that early. Some of us, like me, get up a little bit earlier than 5, but I go to bed a little bit earlier than midnight too. Anyway, then you come to your daily calendar with the times on it, and on each day, again, you enter the time. But it also gives you enough room to put other things that you're doing. Block off the time that you're going to be spending in school if you do have a regular school time. That gives you an idea of what your calendar is going to look at. Now you're ready to start really managing your time. First, as you receive them, record your assignments in your assignment notebook. This is what time management in relation to school is all about. You are going to want to manage your time so that you can effectively study and ace your school subjects. Acing isn't just about getting A's or 100 on everything or high 90s or 90 and above. Acing is about learning and remembering and retaining what you learn. And I hope you will remember that. And that's why time management is so important. Because if you use your time correctly, you can put things in your long-term memory and keep them there, especially if you use the SQ3R method that we have talked about, and also the Beehive Brain Box learning system. If you haven't gone into the Beehive Brain Box learning system and applied it and are using it, you're losing out. Remember, that's from 90 on in the orientation lessons. So please do that. Learn about the Beehive Brain Box learning system and apply it, and the SQ3R method and your time management. You will have the 3 most effective tools to do well in school. Now, as I said, when you receive an assignment, you record it in your assignment notebook. Second, at the end of each school day, transfer those assignments to the time management planner. Now, what you are going to want to do is start from the end. When is the assignment due? Is it due a week from today? Is it due in 2 weeks? Is it a month-long assignment like a book report might be? Or is it due tomorrow? You put down on the calendar when it is due. It may be due during English tomorrow, or it may be due during history or science or math tomorrow. And if that's the case, note that. But what you need to do in any case, if it's a month-long assignment or if it's an overnight assignment, is to work backwards from the time that it is due and to figure out exactly what you need to do, the steps you need to do to fulfill the assignment. For example, if you're doing a book report, you have to choose the book, right? You have to determine how many pages it is, how many pages you need to read in a day, how much time do you need to write the book report. Are you going to just be able to write it and be done with it, or are you going to have to make a couple of drafts? So work back, figuring, okay, something might come up in that month which might prohibit me from being able to work at the last minute. So maybe I want to be able to finish this book report a little bit ahead, and that's always a good thing to do. So maybe 4 days ahead of when it's due, you want to be able to have the final draft done. Then maybe a couple days before that, a second draft, and a couple days before that, the first draft. Then how big is the book? Do you have 540 pages to read in about a 3-week period? Well, if you do, and you're reading 5 days a week, then how many pages do you have to read a week? How many pages do you need to read each day? And put that down in your planner so that you know that you're keeping up with your assignment. If you want to read a lot on a weekend, or you want to read very little during the week, then do that. But put it in your planner so you know what you have assigned yourself. And of course, picking the book, you might want to say that, well, I have 2 days to pick my book and the book that I'm going to read. That's a little bit about how to do this. Work back from when the assignment is due and put down all the steps that you are going to need to complete that assignment. What follows this first initial setting of those things that are important and writing out the grid and what you need to do each day is 4 weekly grids and 2 weekly grids by hours and 28 time management grids every day. So you can go in, you can see week 1, what might be important during the week, what's important each day of the week at which hour, and then you have a 7-day calendar with each day and the time, and you can plan each week like that. As I said, this should take you into 4 weeks, this time planner, and consult it. Don't just lay it aside. Make it your best friend along with your assignment notebook. And please don't forget your other journals, the 5 Basic Habits journal, which you should record when you're doing it in your time management planner also, and the other journal that you have that records when you're working on your card system, when you've read a book, and also your daily exercise. So use these journals. Keep them in a place that you see them every day, that you use them every day. They will become your best friends in helping you to organize your life, to have a successful life, to learn well, and be able to retain your subjects. Well, that's it for the time management. Please download the planner, print it off, and use it for every 4 weeks. And when you have gotten an assignment that projects beyond the initial time planner, get another time planner and start using it so that you don't miss any assignments and you don't miss any planning of your time.